Welcome back to Ohio, everybody. We are down here by, well, it's actually farmland 18. I'm checking out something very interesting with this. Let's get in the Kubota here. I was like, why is it so cheap? I think I found out why. You drive over this area and we hit an invisible wall, like so. So if we did purchase this, we'd lose out on half the field. It's kind of a shame. I wish they could have went a little farther that tree line, but I suppose if the map cuts off there, you know, that's all they can do. They can't really extend it. But if that was the case, they should have put the tree line farther over. It would have been better, I think. Yeah, because that field here only costs 43,000, so it's like, I believe that is the cheapest spot on the map if I'm not mistaken. But what we're going to do today is buy field 32. That's a little ways up from the farm here, but it's another cheaper field. It's 71,000. In order to get to that, we'll have to take we'll go right out on the road here, and then we'll take this back road and come around. It's a bit of a drive, but I think it's going to make for a little interesting gameplay. But let's go ahead and buy that. 71,000, and there is soybeans that are planted on there already. And they are growing. Well, actually, we got to get down there and take a look at it. Let's drive down there. I'll give you a tour as we go through. But we want to make extra money here. So we need to get some other fields to get things going. Down the line, we probably could go ahead and get rid of that. When we can afford bigger fields, of course. Also, our grass field here on the left is ready to cut again this year. It'll be our first cutting this year. I want to get to that on today's episode, but first we're gonna check out that small field we just purchased, and it's probably most likely going to need some fertilizer. So I want to get that taken care of. We're probably gonna have to put up another bin, I think, here. The question is it gonna be another one like this? Or should we put up one of those other style ones? That's the question. We do have to get this field here planted too with our soybeans. We can do that next month. Alright, let's take the Kubota on down to that field and we'll check it out. So our turn should be right here, the fence before the red barn. It's a little ways down the road here, but nothing we haven't gotten to before. And then we'll take this back road. Whoa, 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 whoa. We'll take this back road and we'll find our way. It's going to be a bit of a drive to get down here, but this is why we got the Kubota here too, so we can scout things out, see what's going on. Want to get one of these bigger fields eventually. The question is, which one are we going to get? I suppose whatever we can afford when the time comes. Yeah, so there's this other part here. Kind of a cool area. They've got this big shed here, and there's a bunch of other grain bins. Kind of a nice little area, if you ask me. And this, this is something we could think about purchasing too if we had bigger fields and be able to load those up. Alright, the road is here, and then I believe it's a left, if I'm not mistaken. And we bring this back. Definitely a little drive to get back here, but I think it'll be worth it. We do need the extra cash. And then here's the crazy part, because there's no road that gets directly back to that field. We're going to have to come into this field, and I think we'll of course be courteous to whoever owns this, which is Rob Barley owns this field. We'll have to make a road here and just drive along. Kind of a shame that we got to do that, but we have to do it. And it's actually back. Yeah, the entrance is right here. And this is our field right here. Soybeans, 64%. Let's go ahead and purchase the precision map. Okay, so it looks like we have loam and sandy loam. That's pretty good yield then. Yeah, just as I thought we were going to be low on nitrogen. But then again, I completely forgot we're not going to actually even need to put nitrogen on here because soybeans don't require it. As you can see, nitrogen perfect. 0, 0, 0. It says pH is okay. So really, wow, that's crazy. We don't have to do anything with this field. That means we also won't have to worry about the fertilizer bin. We'll worry about that next year as well, I guess, because we'll just... I think what we have on our truck right now is plenty. We just gotta do that one field. So we could actually plant those soybeans in that field today, but I'm gonna hold off because it's more important that we get this grass cut, get it baled, so it can get growing again, and we can get a bunch saved up so we can get the maximum profit. We might be able to get 3 cuttings in for the year, maybe. 2 for sure, but I think we could push 3. Alright. Back home we are. Whoa, look at all that deer. Flying deer. So we will go ahead and grab the haybine, which, where do we put that? Right here. We'll fire this up. We'll get cutting. And I might as well run down to the other field too. Farmland 26 as well, because that's ready to go too. But we'll have to get that baled right away and wrapped as well. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do, which is always good. I think eventually here we're gonna probably put that seed processing, that AGI pack, and make our own seeds here, but that's down the road. So I think what we'll do is go ahead and cut this way, so we can at least get something out of this until we decide to do what we're gonna do. Alright. I didn't think the neighbor would mind us too much if we mowed his weeds on his field, but probably helped him out a little bit. I realized that we still have our winter jacket on. Let's go ahead and change that because it's getting quite toasty. Now let's go with the New Holland. We don't have a New Holland tractor to go with that, but I'll take our hat off, I think. There we go. Alright, that's a little bit better. So one of the main goals on this playthrough, well, I shouldn't say one of the main goals, but then the next thing I want to do is get that Go Well baler, that one that sits stationary. This guy here I think we want to go for. I think I want to, there's 2 units, but this one only does 125. I think I want to go for this one so we can do 150. Get him a little bit bigger so there's less bales. But that costs us a pretty penny at 250,000, but yeah, I'm hoping with the sales of everything this year that we could do that. We might have to take a loan out here or there for some other things, but yeah, that would cut up on that. We also should probably think about getting a bale loader. Probably, yeah, this round one here is really the only one. It's 50,000 new. We should maybe hope for one in the sales. How much is the bale trailer we have now? What is that worth? Okay, that's worth 13. So even though we could swing it, but the maintenance costs and everything this year would actually put us in debt. So I want to hold off on that. Unless it comes up in the sales. We get lucky, it comes up in the sales. We may have to jump on that. Let's go ahead and send this down on a worker to our smaller field. We should be alright to make it down there. And we will go ahead and grab the round baler, and I'm trying to think if we should go hit that small field first, or should we hit this one? Because what I'm going to do is we'll round bale this, and then when we wrap them, we'll just put the wrap bales directly on this trailer. We don't have to get too crazy with stacking since our shed's right here. And then we can get them loaded in here. But we do got to get it baled first. So I think we'll go ahead and take these arms off. And then we should probably drop our weight. I mean, we'll have to drop our weight. Alright, where is that round baler at? Right in there where we left it. Yeah, I think we could actually... I mean, we would want the arm, I guess, to load it on the trailer, but I think we can actually pop this on the back of the tractor here, too, and do it this way. Yeah, connects right up. So we could also wrap that way. But we got to get baling. And then we can go ahead and wrap, and then we'll get those in the shed. This is probably one of the things that'll get the most repetitive on this series is baling this, especially if we're going to be doing it 3 times a year. So I may end up doing what we did in Fruling. And, you know, just do it before the episodes start. Once we get the bale loader, and then that... Well, the bale loader I would only need for picking up... We should actually shoot for the bale loader first, because that way we can get them off the field a lot easier. But... yeah, if we get that other stationary wrapping unit, that would help us out a lot. We do have that forge wagon with the big machine, so we're ready to go there. That's been sitting in the shed since day 1. I'm eager to try that too, that forge unit. But we gotta do what we gotta do, I guess, until we get to that point. So one thing I was thinking about is how we're going to do this once we get that other baler on that smaller field by that cell point. And it doesn't really make sense to take the forge wagon, go get that, and then bring it down here to make bales, put it in the storage shed, and then have to haul it back down there. But I think it's kind of important we keep this baler. We can keep that down there. We could probably actually buy that other grass field eventually and hit that one too as well. And then you just wrap them and put it by the sell point and wait like we did the first time. So we can't really sell this one because I did think, well, there's money here, but no, we can't get rid of it. We're going to have to keep it. So how did we do on this field? That's a lot of grass bales. 49 bales we got out of that. Wow. So let's go ahead and reset that counter. And we'll be good for the next field. But I am eager to see how this wrapping operation is going to work. So let's go ahead and, well, I guess we'll put this over here because we're going to have to head down to the other field in a bit. Or maybe the next episode we'll hit that. We'll see. So what I think we're going to do is we'll get the wrapper on the front. And then we'll, like I said, wrap them and put them directly on the wagon. And we, like I said, we won't have to be too picky about it because this shed's right there. We can just drive it down. We don't have to get too crazy stacking everything, making it all look nice or anything, or trying to get the most out of it. Like for this first one here, we can go ahead and just wrap it, and we could probably, these close ones we could probably just take right to the shed here. There's no reason to sit and deal with that. Will this trigger if I go sideways like this? Or will it even fit? Yeah, it will. Alright, nice. That'll save us some monkeying around. And I believe they said that they do ferment in the silo too, so we should be good. Imagine getting... Oh, we're gonna have a lot of bales. That's gonna be a lot of running back and forth, so if we could get the auto stack, that would be great, but I don't necessarily know if that's gonna happen. Alright, first one in the shed. Yeah, I think we'll just do that with the first few here. And then we'll grab the wagon. Alright, I think we'll do one more here. This is working fairly well. But now it's getting to be a bit of a jump to go down and grab bales. Actually, those ones over there were probably closer than this one here. Probably would have made more sense just to get that one and call this one good. But alright. And then we'll get a worker. I guess I'll have a worker take this tractor down. And then we'll drive the wagon down. Alright. Drop. Stacking up in there. Okay, let's get a worker on this. Set destination. We want to go about... We'll start at this end of the field and we'll work our way back, I think. Alright. And we'll get in the international. I'll hook this trailer up. And then we'll head on and down too. Probably only going to be like what? Well, we could... I'm trying to figure out how we're going to stack these, because if should we do them on end? Or should we do them like we were doing them? Alright. I think somewhere in here would be good. Where's it going? Going in circles? Alright. It's getting later. Sun's going down. Okay, let's get this guy here. And we got decisions to make. So if we go the regular way, I don't know if it's going to be easier or not. It might be easier in the sense we don't have to keep tipping it. And we could just, let's see here. I want to get over as far as we can, but I don't want it to fall off the trailer either. Let's try it like this once. Hitting the end here a little bit. And we'll see how this goes. Otherwise, the next load we could go ahead and put on end. And maybe see how that goes. Maybe it'll go better. Maybe it'll go worse. We're gonna have less room here to open up our. Oop. Try it like this, I guess. Could have went over maybe a little further, but. So I was kind of hoping that these bales would roll a little bit and they would kind of drop into place. What I would probably do next time is just leave the bottom one strapped in, and we could probably try to make the top ones another double layer maybe. Again, it's not that big of a deal because our silo's right down there, which I'm gonna unload it here right away. I think there's no point in trying to go too crazy, especially when it's that close. Let's get this one wrapping right away. While we go do that, now we kind of know where we were at. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, let's run these down there, make sure we strap them in so I don't lose them. Yeah, this International kind of struggles a little bit. Just kind of mind-boggling for how much horsepower it has. This may be the first tractor I get rid of, I don't know. That would help for our baler too, so that's something to consider. Although I think you do need power for that, so you'd want a tractor that can sit here. This would probably be a good one that would sit here. Okay, let's see if we can... Ooh, that drop point is a little further in the shed, but I guess it's taking them right now, so we're good there. Maybe. I don't think it's going to take this side. Yeah, those are going to be... Can we reverse it in there? Everybody knows how good I am at reversing these kind of wagons. Not the best. It's very easy to overshoot, undershoot. Not be able to shoot at all. Okay, one more. Ooh. We could just roll it in there, would be good. There we go. Excellent. We got her in there. So how many do we have so far here? We have 23, and it can hold up to 250. And those are fermenting, so we'll be good to go. This is probably going to fill up quite a bit. I think, like I said, we're going to have at least 2 harvests, if not 3, on both of these fields. And we'll just... Well, those other ones down there, like I said, we'll just keep those at that point and stack them up down there. It doesn't make sense to bring them back here and have to redo that. But I think I'm going to leave it there for today's episode. I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, get them wrapped, throw them on the wagon, get them in the shed, and probably get most of that other field done too. Probably join us on the next episode where I'm just finishing up. And I think on the next episode also we'll go ahead and tackle this field here. We got to get our soybeans planted. And it's kind of nice that these fields will be staggered a little bit so we don't have too much on our plate. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.